Hello YouTube, this is the Vocal Citizen and this is Vocal Citizen Reacts. First and foremost, I would like to say that you can reach me on Instagram and Twitter at Vocal Citizen. And we're in the middle of the coronavirus. I have not posted in 2 months. As some of you know, some of my subscribers know, I am permanently disabled with spinal stenosis and degenerative disc disease, and I've had a bad couple of months. I had a hospitalization. And I'm just dealing with some issues. So I really apologize to all of you who have made requests for Khan and a number of other artists. I do still have those lists and your names, and I am going to continue with my reactions / reviews, or just talking about whatever the hell I want. But today's a special day. I'm a huge Dax fan. I'm a huge Tom MacDonald fan. And Tom MacDonald and Dax have both dropped several tracks since the last time I posted. Coronavirus, Godzilla, you know, I Don't Care. There have been, I'll Say It For You by Dax. I've missed those, not because I wanted to, but because medical necessity dictated that I missed them. So, but I'm back. I'm going to try to be a lot better. I'm feeling better now, so I'm hoping that all of you are staying safe and well. Very, very, very excited because Tom MacDonald featuring Dax, they have come out with something called Blame the Rappers, and nothing like a Friday morning to get started with on a new Dax track or a new Tom MacDonald track, and the fact that the two of them collabed, got together and decided to do a track together just blows my mind. So a little bit different setup, still dealing with the old technology. I Don't Care, great song. But I'm not going to waste any time. This is my reaction. It aired 32 minutes ago according to this. It already has 41,000. Let's add another view to that, shall we? Before we get started, please visit at That's Dax or at Hangover Gang on Instagram. Please go to Dax's actual channel and show him love and support and subscribe to him. Same thing with Tom MacDonald. And I would definitely advise you to go to Tom MacDonald's got it posted on his site right now, so I would highly advise you go to his page, watch the thing, let the ads run if there are any, and let that video play all the way out to the end. Okay, so thank you guys for sticking with me, and like and subscribe if you want to. Otherwise, here we go. Very excited.
Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I'm losing my respect for the genre. How many songs about Xanax and alcohol are we dropping? How many kids we gonna kill for we admit it's a problem? Probably stop if it was one of our sons or one of our daughters. We know our demographic is primarily youth. We glorify breaking the law to children in school. Kids copy what we see and imitate what we do. They'll go to jail for doing the things we thought it was cool. We put women in our videos exploiting their bodies, while little girls around the world grab their phone and they watch it. They need a realistic role model, not just a Barbie. They see strippers and escorts, but no lawyers or doctors. Hey, hip-hop, what the hell happened? It was power to the people and we like that stuff. These days you're promoting that it's fun to be an addict, so I'm asking, how could y'all write that, bruh? You can blame the rapper.
Okay, first of all, love the visual. Little disturbing to see Tom MacDonald laying in a grave, but you know, his video Hang On, he had a noose around his neck and he was hanging from a rafter, so whatever. I love the visual. I'm in full belief that Nova shot this. I can tell by the clarity and the choice of blocking in the video. I always have to give a shout out to Nova Rockefeller because she's incredible. She's so amazing. I call her Nova Spielberg because she's awesome. I actually got chills when it first started and it had Dax superimposed with Tom because that's pretty cool. I like the message of his verse. Especially the part about the women, of course, women power. The fact that women are objectified in videos and stuff like that, and when you see, you know, a man stereotype, it's usually in a position of power like lawyers and that kind of thing, and then you have the women just twerking, can't stand twerking. I think it's the most disgusting thing ever. Of course, I grew up in the 70s and 80s when dancing wasn't just having sex on a dance floor with clothes between you. Dancing was dancing back then. But no, I love that his message here, that, you know, it's blame the rappers. What has happened? What has happened? And you go back and watch Eminem, you go back and watch Snoop. I mean, Snoop had a lot of, you know, gyrating women too, but that was Snoop. We can't really argue with that. But you know, it's kind of always been that way in videos. Dancing girls in videos, you know, that's been around since the 80s, you know, when they realized that a woman could wear a bra on TV and be fine. So I actually really, really like that. I really like it. I'm going to back it up just a little bit because not missing a second.
It's fun to be an addict, so I'm asking, how could y'all write that, bruh? You can blame the rapper, you know, but your favorite song about doing drugs. So what happens after you grow up? And who's to blame for who they become? They made it look so cool, shoot those guns and hate the cops, and to get too drunk. You can blame the rapper and you show up and love the songs that make you dumb. You can blame the making music is a privilege and a choice. And if you ever get to be successful, you must understand the people that you influence. I swear by what you say, and that the melodies you sing make wings, build dreams, and fill voids. Without medication, straight through voice. Some give life, and some destroy. And even though this money seems nice, it can't come, so we must take that as a hint. And there's other things in life we should enjoy.
You know it's illegal to burn money, don't you, Dax? That's illegal. Of course, you know, writing stuff on money is illegal too. No, I got chills again because it's Dax and Tom MacDonald. Can you imagine a tour? Okay, sorry, Dax, I'm gonna back you up.
Some give life and some destroy. And even though this money seems nice, it can't come, so we must take that as a hint. And there's other things in life we should enjoy. We move mountains, we cross states, we play roles in presidential debates. So don't you try and tell me making music is for fun and you don't care about the things that our music help make. Man, I know I'm not perfect, but I'll change. I'm the outcome of this world and my pain. And this music is pills, and I promise this dose that you take won't make you say, you can blame the rapper.
As usual, Dax has that. Tom MacDonald has got a, with some exceptions like My House and I'm Sorry, where he's really, you know, getting guttural, but Tom has a conversational way of delivering his bars that I really love. Look at his eyes. Sorry, with the ring lights. That's fucking badass. Anyway, Tom MacDonald has a normal, his rap voice is like his speaking voice, which is awesome. He has a conversational way of delivering his bars, at least to me. Dax has more of a, and I mean this in the best way possible, kind of a gut punch way of doing it, like he's up in your face. Tom's back here telling you, and Dax is up here telling you. I like the contrast between them with this, how soft, how nicely the chorus flows, the hook. It's really nice. I like how subtle the beat is, at least for now in the song as well. But I like the contrast between their two styles of delivery with regard to their bars. The bars are very impactful. I love what Dax was saying about the, you know, the politics. We have a voice in, you know, in political debate and stuff like that. So why aren't we using rap to be that impactful? So that really makes a lot of sense. But I'm a huge fan of the two of them together. It's very exciting. Backing up.
Pills, and I promise this dose that you take won't make you say, you can blame the rapper, you know, but your favorite song about doing drugs. So what happens after you grow up? And who's to blame for who they become? They made it look so cool, shoot those guns and hate the cops, and to get too drunk. You can blame the rapper and you show up and love the songs that make you dumb. You can blame the rapper. Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I swear that I'm embarrassed. Half of these artists can't even talk, they just mumble the lyrics.
No
And the
kidding.
teenagers listen while they rebel from their parents. While the rappers tell them pop a pill by Gucci and wear it. They say screw the police, break the rules, smoke weed, buy some shoes you don't need, rep the hood in your street. All these rappers holding guns and now the kids want some. Mess around and kill a homie, you can't clean that blood. We encourage being stupid with our music, and we're normalizing poor moral standards while we do it. Little boys see the way that women look in our videos and assume it's real life, project that image on little girls. It's unrealistic. If you're young and you listen, you are one in a million. You are loved, you are different. Hey, hip hop. I know life moves on, but while I'm here, how could you write that, dog? You can blame.
Getting so into it, man. I mean, you know, I like rap when rap first came out. I'm old enough that I remember Rapper's Delight. I do. I remember when it came out. You know, I was 6 years old, but I still remember it. You know, I still remember it. I think I have loved rap the whole time. I liked the Beastie Boys, fell in love with Snoop, fell in love with Tupac, loved Dr. Dre. Who didn't love Dr. Dre? And then, of course, Eminem came out and everything blew up. But I've liked rap forever. And rap has always talked about, I mean, when originally rap, before it was even called hip-hop, it was just called rap, that, to my knowledge. They talked about the ghetto life and what it meant to live in the ghetto, you know, the guns, the drugs, the police brutality, that kind of thing. And back then, that's what the message was, because that was, you know, I don't claim to be part of the culture or anything, but I was a fan from the beginning. But it was a voice, it was poetry, you know, it was calling out, it was Maya Angelou, you know, to hard beats, with guns and bouncing cars and the whole 9 yards. If you ever seen Gin and Juice, stop my video now and go watch Gin and Juice, and you kind of understand what that sort of era was. Nowadays, not everybody has to be politically conscious with what they do. Not everybody has to, you know, have some kind of conciliatory tone or apologetic tone for what they say. There's club music, there's dance music, there's hardcore hip hop, and then there's, I don't think mainstream hip hop should be so gratuitous, because so many people listen to it. It should have a message. It doesn't all have to be conscious rap, but I think this song is really important because Dax and Tom MacDonald both. I love rap, but the only rappers that I actually listen to now, you know, hand to God, Dax and Tom MacDonald. Because with Dax's Dear God, with I'll Say It For You, with I Can't Breathe, Tom MacDonald with anything that says Tom MacDonald right in front of it, you know, with the exception maybe of Fake Fans, but even that was conscious. These two rappers are very smart, well-read, as far as social issues and that kind of thing goes, and they are unafraid, unapologetic. Whether it costs them fans or not, they say what they say because they feel that it needs to be said. So I love the two of them so much, and the chorus is blame the rappers, talking about causing people to hate the cops and or encouraging those feelings, because cops are public servants and it's their job to uphold the law. If you're not upholding the law, they're going to come after you. Profiling, definitely a thing. I've seen it firsthand. I lived in Los Angeles during the LA riots. I lived in Long Beach, and I was in the Del Amo Fashion Center, you know, when the riots actually started. I was at work, so I have seen brutality, and I lived in an almost all-black neighborhood in Long Beach, and I was there, and in fact, my neighbors came downstairs to my apartment and said, no offense, but you're like the only white person living here. And I was 18 years old, and they said, why don't you come and stay at our apartment for a couple of days, because we were friends. And they actually helped me. They protected me, and they said, you don't need to be going to work, you need to stay here, because, you know, there was a lot of that reverse. Not to go off on a huge rant, but I understand racial disparity and why people, why a lot of people, minority people, dislike the police. There's a reason for that, and people can say it's, you know, just all talk. But if you weren't alive during the LA riots, sorry, you don't have an opinion. And I remember my parents talking to me about the race riots in the 60s and 70s too. So it's a thing. It hasn't gone away, because those crusty old white men with stupid heads have passed down their ignorance, and they haven't died off yet. So it's still a thing, whether you think so or not. But rap music, as far as what they're saying, and, you know, constantly pushing hatred of the police, there's no way to fix that divide until one side or the other starts. And I know that police departments have sensitivity training, stuff like that, so they're doing a little bit. And I think what Dax and Tom MacDonald are saying here is, it's a little stupid. Sorry, got a little long-winded. I'll get back to the song now. Whoops. Nova Rockefeller. Ooh, I like the new picture, Tom. I like that. I like that.
I've never seen such
All right, had to let the whole thing play out. So good, you guys. So good. I'm really happy that I actually had to haul my ass out of bed this morning and say, okay, I'll do my hair and I'll put on makeup. Because usually I live in jammies, because I'm bedbound probably 80% of the time, with my spine being the way it is. But anyway, definitely worth it to get up and do this. So excited that Dax and Tom did a song. I'm curious, I don't know, Dax, if you're watching this. You and I have chatted, and I love you. And Tom, you and I have quasi-chatted, and I love you. I want to know whose idea this was. Who contacted whom? I'm really interested to know, because that person's getting an extra cupcake when I meet you on tour. Because I'm just absolutely thrilled that the two of you collabed. I hope this is not the last time. The song is great. I've got the hook in my head already. I kind of started singing it by the time I got to the second one, because that's very, 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 very smart hook. Lyrically, great choices. It's powerful, but it's not too heavy and socially conscious. It's just like, what is up with all the drinking and waving guns and objectifying women and blaming cops for everything? Why is hip-hop like this? I mean, there are